What's up, y'all? It is your boy Ideal Tone, and I am here to make it known that we are back with another episode of Binge or Cringe. And this is what, episode 2 for 2022. I like the way that sounds. So we're going to get into it. Today's episode is literally about one of the biggest hitting anime to ever be brought to Netflix, called Record of Ragnarok. It's hit so many people in so many different ways. It's really like, whether it's really inspiring, it's really entertaining. There's no way that you don't jump into this and find something to enjoy out of it. But before we get too deep into that, let's go ahead and go around the table. First, we have my boy Argent.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm swinging in from the Blur Bar, hitting with Ideal Tone here to try to make it known, because we stay in the zone. We're going to get it all up and grown. All right, so I'm just one of your hosts today on video, and we're here to talk about a highly contested anime. I'm excited. I'm going to kick it over to the next person. Who's next?
Next is the one, the only, the king of the kings and queens, King Cryptid.
I don't know how to come in right now because we just had 2 intros. Like, we got 2 hosts. But ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, welcome to the show. Good to see y'all again. Back to you, Tone. Let's get it going.
Followed by the one, the only brother from another mother, and I mean Umi. Grim, too cold.
Yo, what's up, everyone? I'm here, and I ain't square, so you all can know what you can do is mind your business.
Bars.
Followed by the one, the only, the great godfather of anime, Cobalt 70.
What up? Let's get this.
All right. And then last but definitely not least, the one, the only, the nullified saint.
The best for last. Where my wings at?
I love it. Where my wings at?
Yeah, well, you getting the lemon pepper or you getting the hot today, bro? Like,
Nah, bro. It's all about garlic parmesan. Dog.
See, I ain't gonna lie.
Garlic parmesan.
See, where was you at, Argent, when we was in Florida? Them garlic parmesan wings we had. What was that? The parmesan garlic
That
we had?
It's just wings, bro.
That
it's
was
just wings.
fire. Like,
Wings.
There's no confusion about what they sell.
That was fire.
That's it. You want pizza? You get the wrong fucking place. I'm telling you.
Definitely at the wrong place. But yeah, so let's hop on into it, see what we got to talk about, see what we got to do. But without further ado, guys, like I said, this is Binge or Cringe, and we are back with episode 2 for 2022. I'm pretty sure, I got to count, go back over it, but I'm pretty sure we're at technically episode 33, I believe. I could be wrong. I got to double check.
Guys, I'm pretty sure it's episode 69.
Oh, man. So today we're here to talk about Record of Ragnarok. If anybody can do me a favor though, I forgot to hit up Risky. I know he really wants to be here, but I don't know if he didn't tell me if he was at work or whatever. I think he was off, but he wasn't sure. So if anybody can hit him up and remind him. But yeah, so
we interrupt your regularly scheduled program. If you have seen Risky, please call.
Oh man, but yeah,
1-800 Binge or Cringe.
Oh hey.
We only on WhatsApp though.
But yeah, so let's get into it. I guess I'm gonna start off. Let's just open the table up before I actually ask a legit first question. Open the table up. How do you feel about it, man? Like Record of Ragnarok. What was your thoughts going in to this joint?
Okay, so I think. Let me know if I don't speak for everybody, but I think I speak for everybody here. There he is. Hold on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
A new challenger approaches. Introduce yourself, man.
Oh, hello. I'm so sorry I'm late.
It's all good, man. You know what? No, sorry to take this from you, bruh, but finally and definitely not least, the legendary Risky Simon, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought she was about to tell him no, he had to go home.
No.
No, I'm sorry. You're going to have to leave.
Oh,
Party's full, bro.
Off the island.
But anyway, I think let me know if I'm just speaking out of turn here. If I'm bugging, let me know I'm bugging. All right. I found this anime through the memes. Which meme, you asked? the titty meme. That's how I found this anime. Because I was like, what is the titties? What is this? And then I found this anime. If y'all not, if viewers, if you don't know which titties I'm talking about here, there's a meme because Aphrodite in the show has two people holding up.
Shoot, I was lost for a second.
Yeah, no, and then but they took it and then they started doing with a whole bunch of different other anime characters. Like there's one with Hisoka and then Gon and Killua are like holding the titties, and it's just it's ridiculous. But it just goes like so. I saw the titties and I was like, well, for science, I have to investigate. What about you fellas?
On these titties right now.
I'm not just here for the titties. I need to know why. So, how do y'all come across this series? Did anybody read it before watching it?
No, I'm gonna be real. I'm going to go read it, but I didn't. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I have to agree with you, Arjun. That's why the rest is the meme. It was like, where the fuck is this coming from?
And I would definitely like to, expound here. Here at Binge or Cringe, we do not focus on the titties. We focus on the content and the story and what the story can bring to you, viewers. It's not just yourself. God,
I'm over here for just answer.
I knew it. I knew somebody was going to rebuttal. I knew it.
She has some good content, if I must say.
The titty.
Well, I discovered it because it was just there. And then thankfully, it doesn't take long to get to the titties. It's like episode 1.
It's not about the titties. This episode is not about the titties.
It's not about the titties.
It definitely keeps your attention, though. And you're like, huh. All right, so what are we doing again? Like, that's what it was. I mean, it was just there. It was on the list. I was running out of things to watch.
But let's be real. Let's be real.
That time. Come on.
Let's be real though. After like that passed, it definitely wasn't about it at all. It was literally about the constant, overwhelming brawling. Like it's like
I was told to watch it because it was something that was really good, and it's crazy because my reaction to how anime was, like, I didn't like it. I thought it was for nerds. It was like, that was my wife's reaction. And after her watching one battle, she said, "This is the shit. I'm gonna get some popcorn and watch it with you." And she watched the entire fucking series.
See, anime makes the world go around, brings couples together.
Friend
love. One brutal fight at a time. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. So, and I can tell you the fight that was captivating to her. It was Zeus versus Adam.
Don't go too deep into it though.
Adam,
don't go too deep
because Adam was stark naked. That's why.
Probably.
I was about to say that.
He had a fig leaf. Okay.
He had a fig leaf. I'll give him that.
Man, we all know what was behind that fig leaf. We all adults here. And she knew what was behind her.
No. Ezra. Oh, excuse me. Risky. I use your government.
I guess I can go next. Well, I was told to watch it a while back, and I had a list going, and me, I tend not to watch every anime that everybody else is watching at the time because I like to watch at my own pace and see it without people telling me, "Oh, it's fucking awesome! Oh, it's great!" This and that. I don't want to.
No. Real quick, there's this anime. You gotta watch it, bro. It's called Ghost in the Shell. It's crazy, dog.
But basically, yeah, I was told that this would be coming up, so I had to do it for the podcast. I had to give it a watch, and I don't regret it at all. I would say I definitely waiting for the second season. And I would watch it again, to be honest. But like I said, I had a list. And I got to continue to catch up on that list. But it was a great anime, and I actually enjoyed all three. Well, should I say 3 fights? Yeah, I enjoyed all 3 fights.
All right. Who's next? Risky, Kobo.
Risky.
Yeah, I can go.
All right, go for it.
So you guys are definitely where I heard about this. Like, I kind of knew that it was a thing, but I didn't pay attention. But you all kind of told me about it. But I'll be honest, when I started watching it, I kid you not, I thought that's where them titties came from.
Memes, man. Memes are important. Memes are very important.
Oh, yo, I just coughed them. Oh,
I don't got enough.
oh man.
Next
Excellent,
costume.
excellent, Risky. Excellent.
Next.
uh,
All right. For me, I'd already seen it on Netflix queue because anything anime pops up on my list, you know. And I was like, there was a couple animes that had come out that they had put out at the time, and I just put it on the back burner until you guys started raving about it, and I went and watched it then. So,
Hey, Kobo, are you trying to tell me that all of the ancients don't just have a psychic link of when a good anime comes out, and then y'all don't just
no,
link
but
up?
we do have like a feel for
Council
good
symbols.
anime, you know. We know.
Past
We just
judgment.
know.
here's the thing. Like they do have that from what Kobo has told me because of him and his buddies, but it dwindles with age.
Wait, so you're
That's
not
a lie.
saying that they send you a smoke
You a
signal?
liar. You a liar, Tom.
Out here is spreading false truths about the ancients. You will not speak ill of the ancients in my good Christian Minecraft server.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nah, I respect the ancients with all my heart, bro.
I'm-
Real talk.
I'm calling the council. The council will be informed of this. Council will hear of this.
All right. In about 2 to 3 months, Ideal Tone will be canceled on Binge or Cringe.
Ideal Tone won't exist. It'll be Cobalt's Binge Cringe.
Nope, it will be nope. I'm passing it over to the king. The king will take it.
I can't do it.
I can't
There
do
can
it.
only be one host. There's only one host.
All right.
And
So
that's Mr. Tone.
let's get,
Jet, you're up next, then. It's you. You're gonna take over.
RG got enough to do with his show, man. They be doing a lot with
He's got a
on the
freaking
blur bar.
katana
It's
behind his
just
chair.
gonna become a segment of his own show. That's what's gonna happen.
No, we'll still just keep calling it Binge or Cringe or Ideal Tone. It won't change. He'll be in our hearts. But anyway, speaking of Binge or Cringe, Tone, I believe you have some questions.
I do have some questions, and they are for the entire table. Question number 1. All right. Besides, we all knew what drew us in, but what kept you going? Like, what was seriously like? There was so much that happened in here. There was the dialogue, there was the artistry, there was the graphics, the fights, the history, even the mythology. There was so much into it. What kept your attention and kept you going?
Who
I
wants
guess
to
I'll
go
go-
first?
I
All right,
guess I'll
thank
go
you.
first.
The king.
Guess I'll go first. So in the beginning, Broomhilda, when she stepped onto the platform or the steps to talk to the gods, and the way they reacted towards her, just telling her to shut up, you basically calling her a peasant or for the term, but I can't.
Well,
think of
they
the term
she's a demi-human. She's a demigod.
Yeah, she's a demigod. I don't know the term that they called her,
The lowest of the demigods.
but they were like bad mouth on her. And then she said, how about you give humans a chance to prove how strong they are, and all the gods were just like, shut up, they're nothing. We'll squash them. They can't do this. They can't do that. They're nothing. They're beneath us. And when that started happening, I said, holy shit, Broomhilda has something up her sleeve, and I think this is going to be really, really good. And I'm telling you, from the first fight to the last fight, it wasn't disappointing at all. So that's what caught me. That's what caught my attention. Because at first I'm like, this is going to be trash. There's only 11 episodes, blah. And then when this started to elevate from her just like snapping on them, and then Zeus like, be quiet. Everything's gonna be all right. Let's have this Ragnarok. I'm gonna enjoy it. And then his freaky ass was like, ooh.
Like, joke's on you. I'm into this shit.
We're gonna get to
into it.
We're gonna get to it.
So that's what kind of got me to like, yeah, this is gonna be dope. All right, I'm done.
All right, who wanna take the next go around?
I want to go last.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna say that now.
All right,
I'll
Chris.
take the
Got
next
an opinion.
All right, Mr.
So,
King.
I am like like I'm a nerd when it comes to just like mythology type stuff. Like I used to read a lot of mythology as a kid, so whenever I see it incorporated into an anime, it doesn't take a lot for it to get cheesy, right?
Right.
And this anime for sure has its cheesy points where it's like, why are you putting this comedic relief in where it's at? It doesn't make sense. It's not really necessary. The action kind of carries it enough without it getting too serious. But still, they really, really nailed it. Like when they incorporated these legends around and put their own little twist on them. Like all of y'all, I can guarantee you did not expect Thor to look the way he did. And I'm just going to start with him because that's the
No.
first fight.
Actually,
And
nope.
that's what you
I
see.
didn't.
That nobody thought he would look like that. And then what
Nope.
they fucking did to Mjolnir, oh my
Mjolnir?
god, dude, that was just mind blowing. After that fight, or at least that first episode, when they had Lubu and Thor going against each other with their different little powers that they had, I was sold. I was good. I was like, all right, let's see what else they do. What else kind of spins they can put on it? And they already told you straight up they had 12 different gods and 12 different. I think that's what it was, right? 12.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, easy. That's 4 seasons now? We only did 3 in 1 season. Easy entertainment. Let's go. So that's why I liked it.
All right. Who's next?
Okay. I'll go next. You know, it wasn't my favorite anime. I'm probably going to be the dissenter on this one. I expected it to be better than it actually was. What did hold me, though, was the mythology. As he said, I'm big on history. I love reading that stuff as well. And that, coupled with the fact that I wanted to see who they'd match up to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the
Yeah.
2 aspects that I believe carried it for me. The rest of it, I felt was cookie cutter. You know?
Okay. I mean, like, hey, your opinion is fair. Your opinion is fair. All right.
I guess I'll go next. Basically, like Cobalt and Cryptic said, it's the mythology. And technically, at the beginning, you understand that she's a demigod, and you understand that there's hate there, but maybe I might not have heard that, and I just wanted to know why she hated them so much. Which, I mean, because they made her seem like she was a peasant, filth, and I kind of wanted a little more of that backstory. But just hearing the backstory of all the people that fought, and basically, dude, every fight was great. I enjoyed every backstory from all of them. And like Cobalt said, I just wanted to see who was going to be fighting who. Like, I was anticipating. I was ready.
Risky? Did we lose Risky?
Hello.
He might be fathering. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
I am here. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. It's glad to have you.
What is the question again?
What kept you?
What kept you?
Yeah, what kept you going? Mm-hmm.
Definitely what kept me going was the fighting. There wasn't anything better than the fighting that was going on. Holy cow.
Yeah, it was a lot of what do you call it? It was a lot of legendary epicness going on.
Oh, yeah.
Is it me?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right, Cobalt, I have great news for you, buddy. You're not going to be the only dissenter here.
Ooh.
When I started Record of Ragnarok, I started with a friend of mine, and we sat there and we watched the first episode, and I was like, okay, sure. And then we watched the second episode, and I got hit with this question. And I looked at them, and they looked at me, and I was like, is this serious, or is this satire? Like, is this a comedy, or is this... Like, are they really taking themselves seriously? Because if it's being serious, oh man, this is bad. And then if it is being satire or trying to make fun of the genre, it's not really funny. Like it's not really funny, like, so we got to the point of, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for the series for a number of reasons. Now, the action was pretty good. Oh my god.
Who that?
There he is.
Xantar?
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. It's about to get wild.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
What's up, Xantar? What's good, Boogles?
But anyway, you caught me just in time to rant. Anyway, so Cobalt, I think that was a perfect description of like it's cookie cutter. Literally, and I'm only going to start. It's going to keep coming up. This anime is made of tropes. That's it. There is nothing, and correct me if I'm wrong. There is literally nothing original about this anime at all.
Wait, I will argue one thing is original.
What the
The
figures?
matchups.
Yeah,
Sure. Okay,
that's
you got me
original.
there.
That's original.
But other than that, when you stop and think about it, the whole thing is a tournament arc, which is great. We love tournament arcs. That's
No,
fun.
yeah, this is great.
But-
You know what, RJ? I now that your point, I see your point
I'm gonna keep
100%.
going. I'm gonna
So-
keep
No,
going.
your point I see 100%, and I can
wanna
agree.
say something
I
when
can agree.
when he's done though.
I can agree that I definitely got like dark tournament vibes at one point.
Huh? That is an insult to Dark Tournaments.
No, it's
Stop.
not. It's not an insult to Dark Tournament because them fights were epic in both shows. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, the premise.
The animation was also comparable to the Dark Tournament, which came out in what, the 90s? Are you kidding me?
Damn. Damn.
That's not fair because Yu Yu Hakusho's animation was like pretty good, and this animation was like okay. Now the art style I love, and I'm going to move on after this. I'm not going to monopolize the whole thing. I do love the sheer detail, like when you actually look at all the characters. It is beautiful. It is really cool. But like went into Thor's backstory. Why? They went into Lubu's backstory. Like, and if they did it in one episode, that's fine. That joint was 3 episodes, dog. The actual fight. If we condense down the actual fight, I think the fight would be literally like 11 minutes, maybe 7 minutes itself. Most of it was the backstory of like, oh, Arthur is a sociopath. Bet you didn't see that coming. And it's like, okay.
But though, I'm gonna push back on that just a little bit because I think the character development or not development, but the character explanation that each fighter got really helped tie into their fights and made their fights a little bit more emotional. Yeah, the whole thing around the fights is very cookie cutter, but the actual fighting itself, and like Cobalt was saying, the matchups, it's like every character. It was this big thing between gods and humans, but every individual fighter had their reason to fight. And if you didn't look at Lubu and Thor's backstories, you wouldn't know that they were both completely fucking bored out of their mind. That they wanted somebody to just really go and throw hands with. So when they got to episode 3, they're unleashing all their like everything that they got all the way until I don't know how much we can spoil, but the end of that fight where this
is a spoiler zone.
Greatest freaking fighter of all time, Lubu. Like that was just phenomenal, dude. That's why that was really good in my eyes. But hold your opinions.
So
what do you think? Xantar's gotta talk though. Xantar's gotta talk.
Hold on, I'm gonna actually answer the question. The thing that kept me going is the mystery of what's going on with the gods and Hermes. What is Hermes?
I don't trust that motherfucker. That's all I know.
I'm interested in that. But go ahead, Xantar Boogles, friends and family.
All right, so
Well, just so you know, real quick, let me say one thing. Hermes, sided with humans in the war against gods in mythology.
Well, let's see if he takes that turn.
We'll see that.
Go ahead, Xantar.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to chop you, Xander. Go for it.
No, it's like my question right now is, what point did I just jump into? So like,
we're still in the beginning.
Are we? First question. Do I talk about his rant, or like, do I talk about what I talk about?
So here's the thing: you can answer the question, and then if you have anything to say about what he said, you can say it. Just don't keep it long. We got to move on to the next question.
All right, no, it's just my feelings on Record of Ragnarök pretty much is like, it's good and stuff, but it's like one of those. It's very simple.
Okay.
But that's why it's good, because it's one of those things where it's like a lot of anime try to like put a lot at you. And the fact that Record of Ragnarök has like actual, like real life, people in a sense. I know the gods aren't like real people, but like they're historical figures.
Right. The reference.
And so like you could know, like you could Google them. It's they like find out like what their deal is about. So it's just one of those anime where it's like a seasoned anime vet like ourselves may not like it, you know what I mean? Because like we've seen it all before, but it's one of those animes that like it's not for us. So like we could say like, you know what I mean? Like I don't like it as much as like say my girlfriend, and it's just like it's because it's simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is not something crazy complex. The battle system is easy. You know what I mean? It is just the gods want to kill humans. The Valkyries told them, "What are you? Are you punk? You a bitch?" And the gods were like, "We ain't bitches." And now the humans have a chance to defend themselves because they were just going to get eradicated. And now we get to watch gods versus humans. And like, there's little shit happening in the background, but it's literally just one guy beating the shit out of another guy. And like, they give you context, but like, it's basically to say like why that guy beat the shit out of the other guy.
True.
Or why that other guy unlocked, like in the case of the samurai, freaking he became a god of like future sight or prediction. That was just like
that's a whole
he was just
conversation.
That's a whole topic of conversation right there.
Whole conversation on
But,
itself. I forgot about that.
But yeah, it's just like it's a very simple anime.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
it's also cool because like you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, like I know Zeus, I know that guy. Like Adam, that's my boy. You know, I like Jesus in the Bible. You know what I mean? So it's like
I got opinions about that. I know we got to move on to the next question.
We got to move on. We got to move on. So, but ultimately, ultimately the question was, Xantar, what made you keep watching though?
no, it's pretty much I'm a little biased. I love Lubu from like Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I when they say it's Lubu, I was just like, oh, I gotta keep watching. Just for that little simple fact. But like that is completely me being silly, and that is the actual reason. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Look, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. All right, guys. Next question. All right. And I want this to one be quick because it's my follow-up question for it is where we really get to the nitty-gritty. Okay.
Gotcha.
So going around, starting with Argent, favorite fight.
Favorite fight? Whatchamacallit? Zeus v. Adam.
Yep.
Easy.
Cap.
And I know this is supposed to be
Best
short.
fight.
I
Facts.
know this is going to be supposed to be short, and I'm going to keep it short. But however, on behalf of Black people everywhere, right? They really made Adam and Eve white with blonde hair and blue eyes.
What is that? What is that description? It's
hey,
Armenian.
Eurocentric is the term you're looking for.
Need I go on?
Y'all see me just drinking
That's
my
it,
tea,
man.
right?
Just
I'm okay with it.
That's all I
Just
have to
drinking
say,
my
man.
tea.
Go ahead. I ain't even. You be the judge.
Yeah, I'm just drinking my tea on that one. Mhm.
You can just go ahead and skip me because I agree.
Okay.
Adam v. Zeus was close.
Xantar?
That was as one.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we unanimous?
everybody is just Adam? No, my favorite fight is
I actually prefer the Poseidon fight. I prefer
Yes,
the
I'll go.
Poseidon fight, dude.
Wait, what? What'd you say, Risky?
Poseidon fight. Poseidon versus Sasuke. Poseidon
that
versus
was-
Sasuke. It's just one of those things where it's like it's like you feel it. You feel it with the music and shit playing in the background and the grown man crying out, Sasuke. I fucking love it. I love it. The guy became a god. He has like Neji's 360 dome shit, whatever the hell that's called. You know what I
I'll be
mean?
right back.
He's just like, and he's a fucking samurai.
Wait, what happened to Cryptic?
Yeah, he left.
I'll be right back.
He
My
left.
cat just
Yeah.
vomited everywhere. I don't know if you guys saw that in the background.
All I saw
He's
was
just, like,
Ghost
throwing
doing
his
everything.
back
I
and
saw
forth.
Ghost doing mischief.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
saw
did it
the
from
cat,
the
but-
highest point in the room, and it's not good. It's
Mhm.
everywhere. I just keep going. I'll be right back.
All right. Yo, Ghost is
fun.
a A1 classic, bro. Like really, he's the big. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like
Plus
the
they-
top two was definitely Adam and Zeus fight, and then Sasuke and Poseidon. So
They were
that's
all good fights.
they were all
Also,
good fights, but that seems where we
I
at.
enjoyed.
I mean, did everybody go?
I enjoyed Thor's. I enjoyed the ending of Thor's fight versus Lubu because of the fact that his followers was like, "Let me die with my leader," and
Yeah,
Thor,
I respected that.
Yeah, Way of the Warrior.
Thor smiled and said, "For my friend, I will grant you this final wish." and he just obliterated his entire followers.
But that's just like the chant. It's Lubu. It's everything those two words mean of that crazy Chadian man. You know what I mean? Like he's like the equivalent of like a demigod in Chinese like mythology / like history,
Basically, yeah.
like whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like he's just a fucking beast.
Of the three that you get from the warning period, yeah, he's pretty much the top dude.
Yeah, he is a beast.
All right. So, with that being said and that being in mind, obviously season 2 is supposed to come out late this year, but right now we only have the 3 fights to discuss. So my follow-up question is, which is more like not a question, is more like let's break it down. Okay, let's go through each fight. Let's break it down. What was the things that could have been done better? What was the things that we saw were entertaining? What were the things that we know, okay, this was just BS? like real talk. And I can already see the smile on Arch's face. He ready. He ready. So let's go. So open discussion. First part, like what was good about the first fight? Let's talk about Lubu versus Thor. Like what was good? What was actually good about this fight? Besides the fact that it was obviously entertaining, but
The evolving nature of the fight, actually, I would say that was one of the better parts of it. The way that it changed form, the fight from beginning to end, and my only issue with that was that each time it was like, oh, that was just a warm up, you know?
right.
You get that. You get that shit a lot in anime, but for them to do it 3 times in one fight, kind of pushing the limit right there.
I thought they were just kind of like, you know, like bullshitting each other. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it's like, you know, when you're like going to the gym and be like, oh yeah, this is nothing, but like really you're like, you know, like try to brag. Like I thought that was like that, because like at that point it was just like, yeah, like that's bullshit. Like you were sweating, you got stabbed and shit. Like you had to summon your horse. Like you weren't just chilling, you know, like.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't like Dragon Ball Z days where they talk for like 4 episodes, you know?
Oh, let's not go back to that. Let's not go back to that.
I'd rather have the evolving fight than the involving dialogue.
So, but yeah, I agree. Like, there was a lot of things that were interchangeable with that. Like, it literally, they kept trying to one up each other by holding back. And it was entertaining, and obviously, like, they did it. I guess they did it for more reason of like to keep it going. You know what I mean? But for the most part, like, it was so simplistic. What did Orange say? Like 11 minutes was their actual fight.
Yeah, man.
It was so.
That was 3 episodes, dog.
Yeah, it was so simplistic.
Mm-hmm.
They could have kept one
so fast. They were moving so fast. The anime had to slow it down for us mere mortals to understand what those guys were doing.
Basically, that's the premise they gave me. And that's the feeling I got. But like, I did enjoy the fact that, like, how, like, in order to give the mortals a fighting chance, the Valkyries actually turned into weapons.
But I think,
yeah, I wanted to talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to get you guys' opinion on it, because, like, you know, Brynhilde wasn't going to start something without something up her sleeve, right? So I think even going into it, some of the dramatic irony that was created was like, I'm sure the audience knows, like, something's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just something was going on from the rip. Like, she was very adamant about keeping the humans alive, so obviously she had a plan. So it was just it's just everything that tied into that. And then I felt like, don't get me wrong, they were going they were going back and forth with, you know, leveling up and getting stronger or revealing their techniques here and there. But I just felt like Thor, it wasn't like he was like I felt like he was holding back more than Lubu. Way more holding back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You gotta remember, his ultimate technique was literally yeet.
Yeah, basically. Like, I guess I didn't like the fact that I felt like Lubu had he did, but at the same time I felt like he had more of a fighting chance than he actually had. And then Thor was like, yeah, no. Like, I was just like, okay.
So personally, I thought like I just like knew that Lubu was gonna die. Like I don't know. I just knew that it was gonna happen. They had to sacrifice the first person for the show. Like, hey, this is real. Like you guys don't beat us. Like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Well, I also knew if you just know Lubu, you just knew he was gonna die. It's just Lubu. You know what I mean? Like
It's just the way he does it.
he's just a Billy badass, but he always just goes out.
So
You know,
I think
he never sees anything through. You know, I think that's how I think of Lubu. You know what I mean? He goes in, he makes a mess, and then he dies, and
Goes
then
in
he's
his-
like, someone else got to clean this up. You know what I mean?
Goes in head first with no thought process.
It's a
Got it.
metaphor for
Pretty
the
much,
three,
yeah.
for the warring period, right? Almost like a metaphor.
Yeah, if you guys don't know about any history about the Warring Period, I encourage you to look it up. It is very interesting.
Yeah.
It really is.
I encourage you to Google that shit.
I really do.
immediately.
I really do.
But,
Like when I got interested in it, it was like very entertaining for me. It was a good read, like seriously. But yeah, so I mean, like Graham, you've been kind of quiet. What do you think about the first fight, bro? Like
First fight to me, like I said, I enjoyed it a little. I enjoyed it a little, but it wasn't like I said. It wasn't one of my favorites. I
is
like
Adrian?
the
Wait, hold
end
up. I'm
part.
sorry. Adrian is Adrian drunk?
No, Adrian was just sleeping.
Oh, he looked like he was drunk.
I enjoyed it a little, but like I said, the ending part was my favorite part of the fight. His followers was just like super excited to die with him, and even his backstory was great during the fight. I like Lubu's backstory. I knew nothing of Lubu, so I learned a lot just from his backstory.
Who bull?
So I knew nothing about him, and like I said, I'm not a big anime guy, and I'm just learning all of like what you guys have already known for years. So everything is like kind of new to me. So it's like learning his backstory was just freaking amazing, and then seeing it into full circle of how he was just like, I'm going to be the best. I'm going to do the best. I'm going to be the best. I got to learn this. I got to perfect this technique, and I'm going to perfect it. And then he fought Thor with it, and Thor was just like, yeah, yeet this and take your ass and go ahead.
Would you say you liked it because it was easy to follow?
No.
No? Okay. I thought I had a one.
You thought you had him. You thought you had him.
Nah.
I thought I had him.
Nah.
No, it's good though. It's all good. It's all good.
Nah. I just like I said, I like that one. It was okay, but more so like the only reason why I like the Adam and Zeus fight.
Well, we getting here. Wait, we're getting here. We getting
Okay.
here.
Okay. All right, go
We
ahead.
get it.
Slow your roll.
All right. So I guess we can all attest or agree that to a certain extent, it was the opening fight. That's just basically is.
Yeah.
It was the
It's
opening
just
fight.
like
They laid the foundation.
to
Yeah.
start with Lubu. It's like that's why it's like, all right, I gotta watch this.
Mhm.
Cause it's Lubu, and he came in, riding the horse with like blocking the sun, and just like the doom, boom, doom, doom, playing the drums and stuff. It's like, yo, it's a badass coming.
Yeah, they had
Coming
to
to town.
they did the opening fight where it was big, dramatic, and it caught your attention and threw you into the next one. Like it was the opening fight for a reason. So like for that, I think that it did its job.
Guys,
What'd you say?
He muted himself, and then he disappeared. And now
Well, I think he said
is
he'd be
he a
back.
picture?
He's a picture now.
He's a picture now.
So I literally think that it did its job. Opening fight did its job. That's
It
all I can
definitely
ask
did
for.
his job.
On a side note, as a representation of Lubu, how do you guys feel in terms of anime? You've seen dozens of versions of him throughout anime history. How do you feel about that version of him?
I thought
I loved it.
I thought he was raw. and
I loved
real.
it. I loved
Pretty
it.
damn good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right,
why it's just one of those things where it's like that. That's why it's like, yeah, this. I gotta keep watching.
All right, I have a question.
Go ahead,
All
bro.
I'm sorry. It's more of a statement than a question. So as of right now, I'm finishing up Demon Slayer, right? I'm about to finish everything up for Demon Slayer. Then boom, I have nothing else to watch. Now, what anime would you guys suggest for me to watch a good version of Lubu?
Ooh. That's a good question.
Well, the only one that I know of was actually when it was just God of High School, when he was like the spirit of that girl's sword. So
Yeah.
that's the only other one that I
That's
know
not a
of.
that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one, but I feel like Grim would enjoy that one because of the fighting and everything. But I feel like he would get lost in like the information because it really was. It was God of High School. The manga does the anime does not do the manga justice in my personal opinion because the anime was great, but it was everywhere. It was everywhere. It was,
let's not get too lost in another anime.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right.
Looking for suggestions, you know. So God of High School, maybe. But should I read? Should I read the manga instead of just watching the goddamn anime?
I would do both if you have the time.
Okay. All right, that's all. All right, next question.
All right, so moving. So we're still in the same technically question and everything. We're open discussion about the fights. Second fight, Zeus versus Adam. Which I kind of want to go first on this one. I was not expecting fucking Adam, bro. I was not fucking expecting Adam. Like as soon as they said 00000000001, I was like 5-1. I was like 5-1. I felt stupid. I ain't gonna lie. I was like 5-1.
You shouldn't feel stupid. You should have been like, what? No, they're not doing that. Yeah. They're not doing that. It's like, we're doing that. We're doing that. We're bringing out.
That's exactly how I was like, I know they're not gonna bring fucking Adam out. When I saw that one,
and then here's the thing. I was like, well, what is Adam gonna do? Like, I was confused for the longest.
Shit out of you.
Yeah, but then I saw, but my man pulled up his fist.
He's gonna do.
Beat the shit out of you. And that leaf,
like,
the leaf never dropped too.
Him, you know? I'm gonna be honest. I was today years old when I found out that's what that 001 thing meant.
Oh wow! Yeah, man. That was phenomenal.
Like Zeus wanted the smoke, but Adam wanted all the smoke, bro.
Yeah.
Adam wanted all the smoke.
He only wanted the smoke because he had to protect his children, bro.
That's true.
Yeah. Children, bro. We are all his children.
I think you're all mistaking Adam for Kakashi, the copy ninja. I'm just saying.
No, Kakashi sucks. Adam is not.
Let's be real. Right. Adam's copy skills is on a whole nother level. They're basically like Kakashi can't step into the rhythm of the gods like Adam did. I'm just saying. Like,
no, none of the Sharingan, Brinningan bullshit could copy. It's just like Adam's just like a perfect copy. He's a Xerox machine.
It was perfect copy to the point that he landed the blow before anybody else. Like,
so it was exactly. Interesting that was the ability they gave him. You know, interesting that that's the ability they gave him.
And no, then you knew they was really about to throw hands.
It made sense though. It made sense.
But you
how so?
Because he's the first.
He's
think
the first
of it
creation.
like a prototype. You know what I mean? Like the first person off of God, so you would have the most ability to copy God because that's what God kind of made humans for, and then everybody else after him became more of what humans are because you know you don't want to give everybody superpowers like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Adam was made in God's image.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, we lost.
And then it played more to that natural instinct too. Just that, you know, he was the master of all life on Earth. So of course he has the best amalgamation of everything. He's the fastest. He's the strongest. He's the quickest thinking. Like he's just the master of his surroundings and himself and his bareness. That's why he was like, knuckle busters, cool, but I really don't need that either. So.
And then not to mention, bro, like my man took a bite of an apple. He got perfect taste buds. He was like, sour. He spit it out.
That right there is what made me like that fight so much because I never would have thought that anybody would take that spin on Adam to where he's a god hater. Like, come on, bro. And then it was like, I'm gonna seek revenge for the apple because the gods are the ones that tricked us into thinking that this is it and made me lose my love and all that shit, man. Oh man,
yeah, my man
was good.
Adam was, and the thing is, you didn't really see his rage. Like his rage was hitting like in a wall of like stone. My man was like this. Yeah, sure.
It's not rage, it's fury.
That's true.
He's past rage. It's just fury. Yep. Like you could be calm when you're furious. Yeah, exactly. It's just like you are beyond, anger. You're beyond emotions. You're just action.
Adam's backstory was literally better than the main story.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
true.
For sure.
And let's be real,
That's
Adam's backstory was actually pretty damn quick. Like, and he was just like,
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it
I
was.
hate the gods.
That's what my wife loved about Adams. She was like, why is he so damn calm? She was like, he's not screaming, he's not yelling. I was like, well, he's already pissed off and he's already furious at the gods. So there's nothing more for him to do with just whoop ass and kick names. That's it.
Yep.
She was like, he is whooping Zeus ass. I was like, yes, he is.
Zeus was coming off of some crazy stuff. though.
No, first of all, let's talk about
the
Zeus.
fact, like his final form, whatever the hell that was. I can't
that
even
was
pronounce
weird,
it. That was whoa.
That was weird.
What?
But let's talk about Zeus' transformation into his muscular form. My man went Super Saiyan 3 by listening to some classical music. Like, he went Super Saiyan Broly listening to classical music, bro. I was like,
I could relate. I get into them, when I want to whoop some ass in some video games, you listen to some calm and good,
that's right.
some good tunes
We
and shit.
we definitely listened to the Final Fantasy soundtrack last time we played Smash Bros.
Exactly, bro.
All I'm saying is, like, my man Zeus, he was out here dancing. He was like, ha ha. Like, and my man transformed into the biggest creature on ever to live. I was like this. I was like, well, never disrespected. But then here's the other thing. Why every old man gotta have some type of muscular form in anime? Like, every old man.
It's wish fulfillment. Wish fulfillment.
Who else can I think of off rip?
Master Roshi's one.
Master Roshi, the one from Hunter x Hunter. His was kind of muscular.
Yeah, no,
the chairman.
Yeah, he was muscular. Bro.
Netero.
He was on some other stuff. Every old man, bro, they don't get old. They get stronger. Like,
wisdom is not what you think it is.
Well, in that case, I got a question. Kobo, where's your wisdom?
Oh,
he's got it. That's how he hasn't got muscular form in front of you because he respects you as a friend.
Oh, okay.
That's why he keeps the camera off. We couldn't handle the sight. It's
got
too
it.
powerful.
When he starts talking,
that's why he's a picture.
You're right. When he starts talking about anime,
I've never seen him not a picture. Yeah, I've never seen him not be a picture. So it's just one of those things where it's just
more the fact that I have to plug in my phone, so I can't really angle it for a camera.
That's road for the spiritual pressure is too great to handle through a computer, so he has to use his phone.
I just assume that when Kobo talks about anime, he takes that muscular form that all old men do. It just naturally happens.
Just in
it does.
Yeah. Right. So, third fight.
Oh, wait.
What?
Wait 1 second. Another old man that's muscular. Technically, All Might.
He's not. He's right.
Technically, All Might.
Technically, All Might.
Just wanted to put that. Yeah, just wanted to put that out there. All right.
Birth, though, so I don't know if that's fair, but
no, he didn't have that since birth. Yeah, that was when he got the thing.
Yeah, but it was his like subconscious perk. Like he couldn't activate it. I think he could like expand. Was that a theory? That might have been a theory. That's a theory.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
we'll move on. But just All Might. All Might.
No one else has anything to say about Zeus versus Thor. I mean, not Zor. Damn, Adam.
That fight carried the show for sure. Yeah. It was the best part of the show.
I ain't gonna lie, they was definitely going blow for blow, like real talk.
Well, I mean, look at it this way. You got two characters you never thought would fight each other. One of which you never even would have conceived of him having powers or even being in a fight of a pantheon of gods. You know. I mean, but
this is anime, so anything is possible.
Exactly. But as I said before, it's the matchups were so like out of left field. You were immediately interested in how it was going to go down, and it was an awesome fight. Like it's the one thing about the series that I will rave about, because the rest of it I thought was just, as I said, cookie cutter. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Argument's back. Well, we was talking about the second fight, Zeus versus Adam.
Magnificent. When you look at what was happening, and I don't know about y'all, but I like pieced it together. I was like, is it because they made in God's image? It's like, that's pretty dope.
So great.
Yep, we hit that
Xantar just said that. Xantar
We
just
hit that
said
point. Yep.
Yep.
That was pretty dope. You know how I feel about the whole complexion connection there. So other than that, and then I think you know what's
They were not touched by the sun yet.
The lies you tell.
Yeah.
They was touched by the sun. They just ain't got no melanin. Okay, ain't got no type of melanin.
One thing I love about Binge or Cringe is like I think I have my mind made up of these things, and then you guys really get me to think about stuff because now I'm thinking about is this show tropey? Yes, but now that builds within like the seasoned anime watchers. How is this going to be different?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
So like, there's this sense of dramatic irony of like, okay, you know, the humans need this much to win, and guys need this much to win. Is like, well, the humans gotta win at some point. So who is it going to be? Right? Like, and then with every matchup, it's like, oh man, what's going to happen? You know?
Yeah.
So I thought that was the one. I thought it was done.
I thought it was too. I was on the edge of my seat.
I appreciate it. I was invested.
Yeah.
I was invested.
I ain't gonna lie. I was literally.
He died a long time ago, and I was
Like,
that was a great player right there, too.
Bruh.
He was punching while he was dead. Like, what the hell?
Technically, he still could have won if he had killed Zeus while he was dead. I'm just saying. Like,
damn.
Both of their bodies would have went to the
Freaking pour
To the other
one
side.
out for Adam, bro.
pour one out for the homie.
For the father of all men, man.
Hey, relax, man. I ain't my daddy.
All right. So moving
I'm
on.
gonna say my daddy named Black Dynamite. Sorry, no.
Time travel.
We lost Risky. I don't know what happened to the farewell legendary gentleman, but hopefully he returns to us.
He's Broly, right? So he's probably out fighting those giant weird rat things that come out of those holes.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, Vampa.
But what was about the third fight? Third fight, gentlemen.
My favorite fight.
Yes, your favorite fight. If you want, you can have the floor first, sir.
All right, so Brody comes in. Everybody's like, shit hits the fan. We literally had like our best dude go out in a blaze of glory, and then our strongest dude also go out in a blaze of glory. What the hell are we going to do? Enters the smoothest criminal of all time, my man Sasuke, just like, oh, you spilled some milk. Drinks it. And it's like, I'll fight. Boom. He doesn't even know who he's fighting. He's like, I'll fight. It's like, what if you were fighting like their super weapon? Like, what if you're fighting like Genova from Final Fantasy VII? Like, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what you're fighting, but you're just like, I'm with it. So it's like, all right. So it's like, what is this guy going to do? And then it's just like, he's literally shit his pants at the beginning of the fight. So you're like, yo, this guy's just like, he's going to pull some like Usopp shit out of his ass. But then he's just like, nah. It's just like, I'm a goofy dude, but I got this. And then he becomes like Ultra Instinct. And then they literally say, oh, Poseidon is the most ruthless motherfucker. And Zeus just fought. But Poseidon is the one you don't want to fuck with.
Yep.
So he's fighting Poseidon. And then they're like, oh, his brother? Yeah, he just casually killed his brother. He's like, whatever. That's why you don't heard of him. Because he just casually killed him. Like, in the middle of dinner. Like, you ruined my dinner, but it's just like, whatever. I'm a god. I could just stab you and just walk away and get a new dinner because I'm a god. It's just like...
Let's be real.
And then, like,
Poseidon might be the most savage character yet. Like, Zeus had too much honor. Poseidon has none. Like, he could give a rat's ass at about
cold,
any of them. Like,
he was cold.
So you got Sasuke doing all his vision shit. You get his backstory, which was it was mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. But then you get my man holding a blade, like his blade snaps. You're like, tension. Okay, so what is gonna happen? He holds the blade, and I'm like, this is it. This is where the anime bullshit kicks in, and what happens? What happens? The anime bullshit kicks in, and you're like, yes, it got two swords. words.
To be fair, they did foreshadow that was going to
Oh,
happen.
they
'cause they're
foreshadowed.
like,
They foreshadowed.
oh, she has
They did.
split personality.
She did. That's why it's called anime bullshit. You know what I mean? That's why it's called anime bullshit, because like it's, you know what I mean? It's like, just because you have two personalities doesn't mean if I split your fucking body in half, you could just have two bodies now.
And,
like
no, that doesn't mean if we split your body in half, you will have two bodies. This is a Valkyrie. All right.
Yeah, Valkyries can be
Valkyrie.
split. Yeah, they can be split. They're demigods for a reason.
It's still anime
but like, what
bullshit.
if-
I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
It's still.
thank you. Thank you.
Come on, bro. You gotta
Thank
come
you.
on a little bit.
I played
We
God of War.
expected it.
I
It
played God of
foreshadowed
War.
it.
When I ripped the Valkyrie's wings off, they didn't just grow back into like two other Valkyries. You know what I mean?
One Valkyrie.
That's a Hydra.
You were killing one Valkyrie. You weren't killing one that had two.
I killed all the Valkyries in God of War. Don't play me. That's some chump.
All right. What else is going on? We gotta stay on topic.
All right, but yeah.
I'm just saying. And then at the end, Sasuke's just there, and he's just like, I did it, y'all. And everybody's just like, yeah, we got a fucking chance. We got a chance. And then they end it with like, oh, all that hope. Now you're gonna have to put it in Jack the Ripper, who killed all those people all those times ago. End season. Bye. I was like, yes, Sasuke.
Now you're gonna root for the gods again.
I am so looking forward to this Jack the Ripper versus Hercules fight.
So let's not cross over to that one yet. We're gonna get there. Let's still focus on the third fight. Okay.
That was my end with Sasuke. It was just dope.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
His Sasuke's like ability to continuously lose, to learn his opponent, then to actually finally beat them. Like his backstory when the Grandmaster of the Sword came in, he was the old blind guy. He was like, "Did you?" He said, "You fought me over 150 times without actually fighting me." I was like, "What the fuck? That is so badass."
That is a superpower. It's just like, yo, that's some god shit. That's just like, yeah, by the way, I was born a god.
Right.
Like, it's just like I was born from mortal parents.
My man,
and I was blessed by divinity.
My man stepped into the realm of the gods before he even fought them. Like, and then
like
crazy
Poseidon is literally a god, but like he fought a god, like a capital G.
Yep.
And it's not even just that part. Like
sword god.
All the other samurais there was the one samurai, the one that had the scar on his face like this. I forgot his name.
The one that actually killed him.
His rival. Yeah.
He noticed. He noticed. Hey, he did it. He didn't even explain it. He was like, he did it. He's done it. He's the ultimate samurai. I was like, oh shit. Let's go. Let's get into this. Let's see what happens right here. I'm interested
Am I the only one that thought that was whack?
What?
Right here, bro.
Who doesn't like a sword fight?
Bro.
I'm not going to sit here and think about.
No, you can say it's whack. You can
say
say whatever you want. It's not going to rain on my parade.
It's definitely not raining on my parade. I'm not saying it was. I'm not saying. Are you talking about the line or are you talking about the fight?
Reese, hold up. I want to say something about this parade. This parade is going to go so fucking strong that the rain is going to try to hit us.
Okay.
But it is going to go, oh shit, and then disintegrate and turn into water vapor instantly.
Okay.
That's it, because that's all that needs to happen, because that's the parade. It's called
Argent. Get him, bro. Go. You go first.
Have I played Dark Wizzy?
Make it rain, sir.
The question is, yes, I have played Dark Wizzy in Super Smash Brothers. Did I lose? Of course. The man's a professional Super Smash Brothers player.
Right.
Did I think about how I could defeat Dark Wizzy and then was like, oh, done. Like, what? So what?
No, because you're not a sword god. You are just a mortal man. Like, are you comparing yourself? And plus, are you even that good at Smash?
No, I'm terrible. But
yeah, exactly. So it's just one of those things where it's like, I could probably do that because I'm pretty good at Smash. That's what I do.
But my point being, it is not I don't think it is an accomplishment to say I thought about how to defeat you so hard that if we did fight, I would beat you. But we didn't fight, so I didn't beat you. But boy, did I think about it. Like, what?
It's like,
No,
It was
no,
the
no,
way he
no, no,
explained
no,
it.
no,
But
no,
boy,
let's
did I
go.
think about
I
it.
suggest you don't, but we can test it.
It's called running every scenario possible
That's cool.
You know what else
That's
does
in
that,
rapid
though? You know what
succession.
else does that?
And that's stuff that
Cyborgs and
actual people
computers.
do in real life.
Yeah,
So-
it's
Like,
based
all
off.
right.
It's based off Einstein. Einstein used to do all his theories. He would play them out in his head. He would call them, He would do thought experiments, and it was understood that he was essentially so intelligent that he could literally visualize the mathematics needed to play out these experiments in his head.
But then he did the experiments, right?
Absolutely, he did the experiments.
Okay.
But then
He did the
here's
final
thing.
result. You know what I
He made-
mean? Like,
Here's the hold on. Here's the thing.
The thing.
The experiments he couldn't test it right away. He had to wait for not just technology to evolve to prove his theories were right, or his thought experiments were right, but also he had to wait for telescopes to catch up to him.
That's true.
All right.
The Hubble.
So
I heard about it.
yeah. So that was actually what proved his general theory of relativity. Was a telescope that he had to wait 4 years. I think it was 4 years before he was proven correct. And you have to think his theory on dark matter and stuff like that. That shit would have won him a Nobel Prize, but he couldn't prove anything about it. All he could say was, "Oh, that was just a spooky movement at a distance. Spooky things that I witnessed that I can't exactly prove yet." But then,
I want to interject.
3 or 4 years.
I
Go
gotta
ahead,
get a shirt that says
interject.
spooky
I
things.
want to interject. Hold up, y'all. So before we get too caught in analogies, let me put this into a clear,
Speak
concise
to him.
thought.
Talk to him.
So this was not one of my favorite fights. Obviously, for that reason, is because he's the greatest loser. He sat there and he went back. He fought him one good time. He figured out where he almost died and was like, "Okay, I'm going to take this L." You go back, you think about it. Where have we seen this before? We've seen it in Baki, we've seen it in freaking Dragon Ball Z, and all of Dragon Ball. It's just extreme shadow boxing. You sit there and then you go and you run those scenarios, right? Regardless, even though there's anime bullshit in here, the human mind can only think of so many different outcomes and scenarios. So with him, who's really better? Somebody that has learned all of the different outcomes from copying somebody else, or somebody who has actually created something new through that? And that's why I'm glad that he evolved into that towards the end, and he actually did figure out how to beat him himself, because then it would have been some bullshit if he just copied him to death. But what made that fight just so boring is that I feel like they just could have figured out some other better samurais, man. Just being a samurai fan, he was good. He was phenomenal, but man, it was kind of annoying just to sit there and watch this old guy just kind of beat his head against a brick wall until it finally got a crack, and then he just wiped him out.
Listen, sometimes the best approach is not a blunt approach. It's a smart, methodical approach, and that's what he took. And you see why Poseidon is dead now.
He did. And Poseidon won because he was impatient. Straight up. Poseidon was impatient and he was an asshole. That's why. But if Poseidon was smart enough to kind of just
he wasn't.
It out, he would have got
it. But he wasn't. And that's why my man won. He wasn't. And my man calculated it. And you know what? If he played you in chess, he would probably outcalculate your ass too if he played you once. Because that's what my man does. He loses out. He is the ultimate hustle man. That's what the anime didn't say. He's a fucking hustler. You lose, and you're like, "Oh no, I'm a bitch," and then you come back, and you just wax that ass. What is that? That is a hustler. That is fucking Uncle Phil saying, "Go get Lucille." Why is that fucking different?
I mean,
that's the same shit.
Break out Lucille.
That's the same shit. So yeah, so if homie could break out Lucille and everyone go happy, I'm gonna go happy when my man goes two-sword style and chops this motherfucker's head off.
I'm gonna just say that. I think it's better the way
well,
that
he chops the head came with the torso, so it's whatever. Baki on some crazy shit. Baki is like an acid trip and a half.
Shit. But I think that's better the way they represented that style of training themselves in Baki, because he got so extreme to where he was causing physical damage to himself in that fight versus sitting there and meditating and thinking about all of the different fights that you could have and every way they can go. He's actually feeling it. It's like the most extreme form of method acting you could think of. Versus, I'm gonna sit here and just think about every single outcome that could happen, and then I'm going to act on the one that I just figured out. Who says that he has everything he needs to pull that off in the first place? Just by thinking about it, how do you have the muscle memory? How do you have the strength? How do you have the coordination to just go ahead and execute once you find that solution? So
they said he literally has been training every day since he was born. And he's been dead for a long time. And in anime, you're forgetting that this is anime. So anime, that is a multiplier, all right?
that is a Look, we got a disagreement. We got a disagreement.
In every anime, you could divide maybe into sub-animes, like a slice of life or something. But like, no, it's a multiplier, bro.
This man was the greatest samurai in death, but hey,
yeah, he is. Okay, but he's not the greatest samurai in life.
Yep.
And we're not fighting a life battle. We're fighting a death battle.
All right.
Why would you want with a death guy?
All right. At this point, we ain't getting nowhere. Bottom line is the third fight.
No, we're getting somewhere. No, we're getting the parade was not rained on. The parade was not rained on. Mission fucking accomplished. All right. They disagree with me. I agree with myself. I have a smile on my face. Mission accomplished. Oh no. I agree with myself.
All right. Bottom line is, we can all just attest for the fact that the third fight was good. It wasn't bad, and I enjoyed it personally. I enjoyed the third fight. Second fight was definitely hands down my favorite. I'm just going to be honest, but third fight I definitely enjoyed it. Did my man go God mode at the end and kill a god and finally gave him the humanity that W? Yes. Was I extremely happy and I jumped off the couch when that fucking happened?
Grid of existence. He saw the grid of existence.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the source wall. He saw it.
Oh my gosh.
He saw the atoms and shit. What the hell was that? He saw the source code.
Look, bottom line is my man gave us the W, and that's what we needed. He gave humanity the W. We needed it. Okay. Granted, there was some anime bullshit that's into why he got the W, but he got the W. So bottom line is he did his job. Okay.
It was 100% anime bullshit.
Yes, 100%. 100%. No lie. But that's why I love it.
Let's also
that's why I love it.
That this is Record of Ragnarok. The whole series.
I was about to say that's the whole show.
Yeah, definitely anime bullshit. But
that's what made it awesome.
But here's my next question, and this one should be relatively quicker than the discussions we just had. No, we're not out of time. Huh?
So we are running out of time.
We are
running the
clock.
Yep.
So with that being said, anticipation for the next fight. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I saw the lineup for the matchup for the next fight, I was like, the fuck? A whole brain fart as to how this is going to happen went in my head. And then I started thinking about it legitly, and I'm like, how is this going to play out? So, like, what do you guys, like, how do you think this is going to play out? Do you think this is a legit matchup, or do you think this is more anime bullshit? Like,
Record of Ragnarok, I was going to say, Record of Ragnarok is one of the only series I don't know anything about the manga. So, from my perspective as an anime only, you brought my man's home turf up, and you said it's okay. You can't just do that. You can't just let dude bring in London. I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know what you can do in those walls. It's crazy.
I mean,
I think we're going to see the same.
But then it's Hercules also. You know what I mean? Like, I am not going to front. I love Hercules. Like, he's dope. He's dope. Like,
we have a cold, calculating character versus a really super OP character, like strong as shit.
But you really can't let anybody bring home turf. Like, everybody else was fighting. Yeah, everybody was fighting on that flat battlefield. You know, like, everyone was fighting on Final Destination. Now you're bringing them to Pokemon Stadium. You know what I mean? Like, you're bringing in platforms. Yeah, you're bringing them to platforms and stuff. Mixing it up. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for the combos.
There's a lot about Record of Ragnarok that is like, yeah, man, you got the creepy lecherous old dude. You got the lady with big titties. You got some dude who's really strong and just yelling about everything. You got the son who's in his father's shadow. You got the really shifty like character that's like, oh, what's going on with that guy? Like it's but to its credit, when it comes to the fights, I actually don't really know what's going to happen. So like I can't really make an accurate prediction because as Kobold, representative of the ancients, so said, is anime bullshit, man. Like that's like why I'm watching.
Very true.
Right?
Very
like,
true.
How
Gotta love the anime bullshit, bro.
That we watched, like how much more ridiculous can this get?
Yep.
So I'm also here to see like how much more ridiculous can this fight get?
You know what it is?
Yo, they said they were playing London Bridge, bro.
Yeah. You know what it is? I think the bottom underline. All right. In every anime, there's a protagonist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can agree with me. Y'all can disagree with me. I don't really care. This is how I feel. I feel there is no protagonist in this anime. I feel like it is just
not at all. The main character is the Valkyrie lady, Broomhilda. I feel she's the one we always go back to.
You
know what I mean?
The pantheon of gods.
Do you think she'll become a weapon?
You know.
Yeah,
she will have to become a weapon because of the numbers. But my thing is just like the little girl, she's a Valkyrie too. So it's like, when are you going to have to man up? You're going to be the last one because they're all going to not let you go before them because you're the youngest.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're going to be the one that has to bring in the win. So what are you going to turn into?
Yeah. And Kobo, I guess I see your point about what you said about what the protagonist is, but I still don't see it because I'm going to be real with you. I don't know why, but literally the ending could go either way. The humans could actually be eradicated and be a twist ending, or the humans could win, or it could be a middle ground. I feel like there's no telling what is actually going to transpire for the ending. Just like Arjun said, you don't know.
Awesome.
You don't know what's happening with these fights. You don't know what the outcome is going to be. And it's been a long time since I watched the anime where I'm like, okay, I don't know the outcome. I don't. Like when Goku fought Frieza, you knew Goku was eventually going to win. You just knew he's the protagonist, he's the main character. Like Yusuke versus
younger Toguro.
So, you knew how the outcome was going to end.
I'm gonna throw this out at you guys, right? So we get to the end of the anime, all the people fought, right?
Okay.
And then some anime bullshit happens, and now all the people are back, and we get a big ass free for all. Would that not be pretty damn cool? Like just everybody fighting for no fucking reason.
I will find it entertaining, but at the same time, I'll be hella pissed because what I'll go through all those emotions for. But everybody,
no, they're all gonna die again. They're all gonna die again. They're all gonna die again. But it's just like one last bullshit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be fucking.
Just like
pissed.
one last effort to just like have some.
Everybody, mark your calendars. January 29th, Xantar Boogle's calling the end of Record of Ragnarok. Let's see.
Or
call it.
Or if you want
to this right now.
All right. If that's the end of Record of Ragnarok, I'm gonna lose my shit. I really don't know, and I don't want that to be.
All right, what you gonna say, Graham?
I hope it has a better ending.
Hold on, I have something to say. I don't agree because, but a lot of the things you guys said, and one is I think that you guys missed the point where Zeus told the four-armed spider guy, everybody sit this out. The Greek gods will promise something, so the Greek gods are going to fight.
That's what Hercules.
That's why I'm thinking like we don't know if there's actually going to be 12 gods or if the Greek gods are just going to take over, and that's who the human beings are going to fight. Like Hercules may kill Jack the Ripper and then go on to fight somebody else and tag him in. Like you don't know what's going to happen because Zeus literally said this to the spider god. He said,
no, because they got Thor. They got Thor in there, so like it would just feel weird that like they would have like one Norse god and then just Greek god it all the way into the end. You know what I mean?
And then there's
like,
that one.
It'd be like really biased, especially when you. That's the.
Well, Zeus did say that to him. He said the Greek gods will promise something. He said, so we're going to fight.
No, he didn't. No, the Greek gods promised they would win. That's what they promised. The Greek gods weren't promised anything to them.
I
Zeus
heard him
said
say
he promised that the
gods
Greek
promised.
gods would win. And when
I heard him say
Poseidon's,
the Greek gods promised something, and that was it.
yeah, no, it was the Greek gods. It was Zeus who made the promise for the Greek gods, saying that they would win, if I'm not mistaken. Saying that they would win, they wouldn't lose. But with Poseidon's death, they reneged on that. So now they saying that they owe. Now they put. That's why they threw in Hercules, because now it's an eye for an eye.
No, what
But
they
that
said was
wasn't-
they would get revenge for Poseidon.
There we go.
Not that they would win; they're going to attempt to win. But
You tried.
on that.
Yeah.
On you vaping on camera.
Not beeping.
Huh?
I was trying to be
Demonetized.
respectful. I know, right? Demonetized immediately.
Demonetized.
That's
I
my.
was not
Respect.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's my inhaler.
First you get the viewers,
Taylor.
then you get the monetization. All right.
Ooh.
You got to get the fans
Look,
first.
man, this is 18 or
Ooh.
over. You gotta. I say I put this in 18 or over.
With how much we cuss, trust me, we're fine.
Yeah, how much I threatened to kill Cobalt? Trust me, we're good.
All right, on that,
9-year-olds
on
on
that note,
Fortnite, I guess.
on that note, my friends, I do have one big question.
Listening.
Record of Ragnarok, binge or cringe? Tone, if you can go first, please.
I'm gonna be 100% honest, man. I don't even want to give it a full binge. I enjoy it, yeah. I don't want to give it a full binge because there are some, like we said,
Do you
there's
have
cookie.
like a middle thing?
All right, hold on. I got
I'm
one.
100% cringe. Fuck that shit.
Let's do 5 out of 5 binge or 5 out of 5 cringe. So that way you could be like, okay, it's like a 2 out of 5 binge, but it's a 4 out of 5 cringe. Like,
Okay, so we doing a spectrum. I got it.
binge and or cringe. There you go.
A binge or cringe spectrum. I like that. So with that being the case, if I had to say on the cringier side, definitely put it at like a 2 to a 3. Binge 4 for a balanced out total of a 7.
I say on the cringe side, about a 3, because it's not finished. Because the only reason is because it's taking forever for the second season to come out. So I'm gonna say cringe because it's like.
You mean fall?
Huh?
It's coming out in the fall or winter.
It's coming out in the fall.
I know it's coming out in the fall. I said, but
But it's just like it came out last year.
yeah.
Sansa, let the man speak.
It's just like
And then you have like, okay, when I'm binge watching something, I want to see I want the full, the full spectrum of it. I want every single season. And so, like I said, 3 cringe for me, but also it's a 2.5 on the binge watch just until the new season comes out. Then I can rewatch everything all together.
Respectful. So 5.5 for Grim.
5.5.
All right, who's next?
Go bold.
I'll go.
Kobo's all cringe.
Yeah, on cringe, it's going all the way up to 4. All right. There are too many things, too many tropes, too much of a cookie cutter storyline, and too many things that I just had an issue with.
Okay.
On binge, I'll give it a 3 for each fight, because there was aspects of each fight that I did enjoy.
Okay. All right. Respectable.
No. What you got, sir?
For binge, I give it a 4. It's not, it's not the best anime, but at the same time, it's just something to watch. I mean, sometimes you don't have
True.
much time, or you just want to just watch something just to get time over. And I mean, I would say that's a good 4. Cringe, I would say 3, because to be honest, with like everybody said, it's the expectations. You see who's gonna fight, you hear about who's gonna fight, and then you're in it. But then after two episodes, they're still fighting within their 10-minute match. You're like, okay, well,
they were there in the Machian time, dog.
I'll give it a 4, just because it could be a time killer. But cringe, I would say 3, because some people could be okay with that,
Right. All right. What about you, Xantar?
You asked me a question, and it's binge or cringe. I ain't doing no stars. I'm saying binge.
That is your right.
Binge.
Right.
It's not that many episodes. It's not hard on the eyes. It's very easy to follow. It's good. It's casual. It doesn't have to be freaking Dragon Ball Z or JoJo's to be good.
That's true.
I think that's
It's-
fair.
Would you watch this or would you go watch Maid Sama?
Yes.
Exactly. Boom. Boom. Yes, we have other anime like that. We have other anime like that that are actually anime that we don't even acknowledge. So the fact that we acknowledge Record of Ragnarok right now and the fact that it is so easy to ingest makes it a binge on the Xantar Bugle scale.
Okay, respectable answer.
Yeah.
Facts.
Cryptic?
I
Oh wait, you want to go next, Argent? Or
I
I'm
think
about to, yeah. Good.
I think it's, dare I say, it's so cringe that you should binge.
Respect that. Thank you.
It's a chub. It's a chub.
Like it's I got to the point where I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but now I gotta finish it. And then I was
Yep,
mad
yep.
because I was like, now I got a second season, so now I gotta watch it.
That's like if you order something from a restaurant and they don't give you like what you want, but you taste it and you're like, ooh.
But you eat it, but that's not what I
but you
ordered,
don't
but
really
eat it.
like it. Yeah, you don't really like it, but it's also interesting enough that you eat it.
It's an acquired taste. It's
Yeah,
definitely
you
an
know what I
acquired
mean?
taste anime.
Yeah,
I'll
that's a
definitely give
better
it,
way
like,
of saying it.
I agree with Xantar and I agree with Arjun. I mean, it's not like it doesn't have to be perfect. It does not. It's very easy. It's real quick. You just get on in there. You get your action fix. You get some cool matchups that you don't really expect. If they can do better in the second season, I'm going to say that's 100% cringe, or not cringe. 100% binge if you can get through some of those weird little parts, because I mean, shit, every anime has some weirdness that they don't really. I don't think it just transfers very well from going from Japanese to
Yeah,
America.
there are some.
I think that's what that is. But I mean, it is a Netflix anime too. On top of that, so you already know who your audience is. So come on, Netflix, you can do a little better. You gave us Castlevania. You did really good with that.
They did
You can do
excellent
something
with
better
that.
with these studios. So yeah, definitely, it was a good anime though. I give it a binge. Probably a 4 binge, 3 cringe.
Okay, all right.
Also, I do have to say, opening and ending slap, yo.
Slap.
Yeah, they did. They slapped.
Hardcore.
They slapped.
Yep.
They definitely
I
did.
wouldn't even argue on that one. Yeah.
So we're gonna put another point in the binge box, right? We're gonna. This is me putting my little token
You know-
in the binge coins.
He got it. He got it. He got it.
Real quick. I think I want to say thank you guys so much, because talking to you guys always helps me realize, like, I don't think it's good to say. Well, I don't think it's effective to say if something's like bad or good. It's just like, and Josh on the Blur Bar tries to do this all the time. It's like, I'm not the target audience. You know, Xantar, I think you made some really good points. And Grimm even was talking about his wife, was just like, oh, I'll watch this, you know, because you don't really watch anime. But Xantar made a great point of like, not everybody's looking for a Death Note or a Domestic Girlfriend or
a Code
you know,
Geass.
like, so yeah, some people just want to see some stuff happen. That's true. That's a good one. I will join your parade, Xantar. I will join it.
The parade is strong.
No cheating
Not a
on
drop
the
is landed on
parade. All right. If this happens through a couple episodes, we're making this a shirt. No rain on the parade.
All right.
With a picture of me burning the umbrella, just like a silhouette.
I like that though. I like that. That
It's a
sounds
good
actually
point that, you know, we're not always the target audience.
Definitely not.
and that is something to keep in mind. Like, this anime probably wouldn't, like, it didn't even make my radar. All right, I saw it, and not even a question. I moved over it. There's way better anime out right now I wanted to watch. And that's the truth for me. But I'm not the target audience. This is a Netflix show. It's probably they're probably trying to target people a hell of a lot younger than me, you know. and I think it's not, like, I'm pretty pretentious with my history and mythology, stuff like that. Like, that type of information, I want content there, you know. They're not going to do that for a show that's made for ages 13 to 23, you know?
Right. He's right. He's right for sure. But I guess where we come down to it is, like, it's a binge worthy show for sure. Or we hit that identifier for it. So we're just gonna go say Binge or Cringe. It is Binge. Record of Ragnarok is a binge-worthy anime. And season 2 is coming out later this year. I don't think they gave an exact date. I could be wrong.
They just said like late,
Yeah.
just like fallish, which could bleed into winter because reasons.
Yeah.
But
It also depends on like how effective they can get the studio time to make everything and all that with everything that's going on in the world right now. So we'll see what happens when that falls. But yeah, so I think we've like talked about a lot when discussing this. We discussed every fight, broke it down. Everybody seems to really enjoy. The biggest background for it was like the mythology and the history, which they mixed the two, which is very entertaining especially if you're a history and mythology buff, which that will at least draw you in and keep your attention for if nothing else. So I clap a little bit for Record of Ragnarok. Very entertaining. And like we already said, we as people who've been watching anime for a long time, we're not the target audience. As obviously for people, since anime now is mainstream, it's the target audience are people who've never seen anime before. Yes, I thank you for the quotations. Never seen anime before or given it a real shot, which I've said to many people over the last couple years, since ever the last year and a half and whatever, since starting Binge or Cringe. There's something for in anime. There's something for everybody.
Sure.
You may look. There are a lot of people that look down on anime, but then you tell them to watch something, and because they might enjoy it, you recommend it, and they like, I enjoyed that. There's something for everybody in anime. There's something for everybody. No, hands down. Like Grimm, two people who were prime examples for me, Grimm and my mom. I recommended a rom-com to my mom. She loved it because she loves Korean dramas. So I recommended something along those lines. She fell in love with it. Got mad at me because the ending made her cry. But like, it is what it is.
I'll do it to you.
The one time I was chilling with my grandma, and she was like, "Yo, you like Avatar: The Last Airbender?" And I was like, "Yes."
Your grandma?
She was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yo, I love Avatar. I couldn't do Naruto though. Why he always screaming?" And I was like, "Damn, grandma, why is he always
daddy
screaming?"
issues, mommy issues?
Got a point.
Yeah, believe it.
Naruto deserves to scream.
Yeah,
those are screams of pain. Those are screams of pain. Those are screams of pain and loneliness.
But I do know,
as you wear a Naruto headband with a fist on it. That's a custom Naruto headband.
So I don't know what context Xantar is talking about, but I would like to say from Argent, King Cryptid himself, Kobold Archives of the Ancients, we got Xantar Boogles, and finally, last but not least, Ideal Tone. I think we're all here at the table to make it known.
We definitely are. Nice. Argent, I appreciate that. And gentlemen of the table, gentlemen of the tone table, my idealists, my visionaries, I appreciate you guys coming here from your respective different worlds and times and everything that you got going on. We all got our own lives, and I just really appreciate the fact that we get together and do this as much as we can. So that's really it. We discussed it. Record of Ragnarok. Go watch it, guys. Be your own judge. Don't let us.
Or don't. You know.
This is not why they even clicked on this channel. They clicked over here for a reason. Go watch it. Go watch it. You need a decision. You need someone to tell you what to do, and we are those people. That's why you clicked on this video. Go watch the damn show.
Go watch it. Make your own decision whether you like it or not.
Everybody has Netflix some way, shape, or form. You have an uncle or a cousin who has it. Get Netflix.
Or an estranged girlfriend. Whatever. It's the case.
Before you go and watch Record of Ragnarok, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell so you don't miss a post, because we're going to be here. The parade's going, baby, and you don't want to miss it, okay? The parade is going.
And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead, definitely that. But with that being said, before we get out of here, just going to announce what the plan is for next month. I don't mind saying it right now. We'll put it in the Discord for everybody to just be able to go over it later. But next month, as we know, it is Black History Month. And we're going back to Binge or Cringe, olden good times, start of it days. All right. Do your research now, fellas. We are doing Binge or Cringe Black History Month. All black anime and cartoon characters are on the table. We will all pick our top 5, and we will. But I say top 5 only because I want.
I mean, like everyone's gonna pick the same first one.
Yeah. I'm getting there, Kobo. I'm getting there. So everybody,
Wait. Hold up. No. I got this. So pretty much, we just got to pick 5 black anime characters and why we love them.
Yes.
Okay, that's
pretty good. All right, that's good.
Yeah, so we're going back to Binge or Cringe Origins. All right, so everybody pick 5. Granted, the reason you pick 5 is because you might need 2 backups. Time, and you might need 2 backups. So everybody will only say 3 for time, depending on how many people's there. But I say 5 because 2 backups, someone may say your choice.
No, you got to put somebody on the bench.
Yeah, someone may say your choice. So yes.
Yo, how do you do that? You got Kobe, LeBron, and Michael Jordan, and you got to tell Magic Johnson you got to sit on the bench.
Yeah, well, it's Magic Johnson. He'd be all right.
He will be all right. For a minute there, I thought you said we were doing Binge or Cringe Good Times, and I was like,
what?
Man, I didn't see that coming.
Yo.
Whoa, what?
Good times.
Hello, left fields. You are here.
All I know is if we did that, though, that'd be dynamite. You know what I mean? But, yeah, so Black History Month, guys.
We talk about anime.
Come with your top 5. Be prepared to say your top 3. And then we will literally say we will discuss who we believe was the top 5 out of all those characters.
Hi, buddy.
All right, going back to the origins of Binge or Cringe for a little bit. We will be doing the same thing if you're interested, or at least I'm thinking about it. We're going to do Back History Month first, and then we're going to do rom-coms for Valentine's Day.
Cyberpunk 2077.
That's my birthday. Valentine's Day is my birthday, y'all.
Yeah. So we're going to do both of those, and it'll be Xantar's birthday. So that's the plan for this month. Hope to see you gentlemen there. I will release the dates on when we're doing each one. And that's it. And as always, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known. Later.
Good night, everyone.
Peace.
Peace.